Hello everybody, I am just testing some stuff, making sure my live looks good. Let me see, oh my god. Still trying to kind of like figure out how to do that. Let me see. Okay. Alright, here we go. Yep, it is working. Alright, let's us see. Where's this at? There it is. There we go. Okay, don't know why that was like that, but whatever. Okay. Oh, some stuff's all jacked up. Hold on. The curtain needs to go. Here we go. I can kind of hear myself, so I'm turning it down. Okay, I think everything's on the right in the right thing now. I don't know why that happened. Oh my god. The curtain is still behind some stuff. There we go. Okay, I think all is right in the world now. Everything looks better. Okay, I think one thing I'm avoiding is I should definitely, ooh my god, add a color to the back here. Let's see. We're warm. What does this look like? Yeah, a little more muted maybe. Maybe. It needs to be darker. Yeah, I think this might be the color. And of course, I'll probably do some shading on it. Maybe some blue shading? I do not know. Guess I put a desk on it and see. I'll put a desk right here. So I feel like I can kind of, probably should have done this before. I have a really, really bad habit of, and y'all will probably come to see this, I have a really, really bad habit of, skipping ahead a bunch of steps, you know. I'll kind of be like, oh, I really want to work on the face. Let me work on the face. Instead of, oh, hey, actually, I should probably figure out what this piece is going to look like in its entirety and block out the colors and all of those fun things. I don't do those things. And I make myself mad with it. Okay. So that's, I'm gonna call this desk, obviously. I try to name my layers. I really do. Like, because it's all fun and games until, just call it rows. It's all fun and games until you're trying to find a layer and you're clicking about and trying to figure it out, and it becomes fucking annoying. It's my first time really. I mean, I've drawn men, but I don't really draw a lot of men. But I think he looks fine. I think he looks fabulous. I think in the background here, truthfully, I kind of want to do a similar type of table, but I think what I want to do, oh my god. I think what I want to do is have it, have a sheet or something over it, you know, like a tablecloth of sorts. I like this softer brush a lot better. It requires more sweepy, but it's whatever. I think red might be a good balance. It's gonna need to be more red than that. Yeah, I need a Different red. Here we go, that looks more appropriate. Try not to turn the canvas, but sometimes it's just so much easier. I do it when I'm drawing a lot. I've kind of been trying to get out of the habit just a little bit of doing it. But, it's so much easier to move my hands like that, you know? I think I might need, I just feel like, I don't know. If other people do it, I don't watch a lot of YouTubers, draw and such. But, so I don't really know if it's a thing, if other people do it. But I feel like it's more entertaining just to watch it straight on. Well, like I said, like, if you've tuned in for the other live streams, this is a vampire hunter. So I like all these little hints of red, that I got through it. I feel playing to it really nice. I'm gonna make a gold, I'm just gonna call it cross table, because it's going to have the cross on it. I want to do a gold. Now I've drawn gold before, but it's been a very, very long time. So I'm going to try to remember, because there's kind of like little tricks, tips and tricks, question mark. And I remember I used to always start with this kind of brownish color, and then you kind of can like layer a bunch of other stuff onto it. You know, like your whites and your yellows, some orange, and it will make it look amazing. Okay, I don't know if I want it that long. I'm kind of paying too much attention to the sketch in the background. I also have a bad habit of doing that. But when I paint, like when I do my traditional art, I'll sketch and I'll have it on a separate piece of paper. I don't really sketch onto the canvas first, and then I block it out and everything. Um, so I don't really ever do this, where I'm kind of drawing over the shadow of something else. That looks good, I think. Might give it like a little base, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna do some candles. I think this is a good base color for a candle. Might need to be a little bit darker. A little bit warmer. Question mark. Question mark. Okay. Just kind of try to get everything kind of sort of where I want it. And I'll worry about the accoutrements here in a little bit. Kind of want it to look melty. Maybe do like a drip. That looks good. Is that on the sketch layer or is that on the cross layer? Is it on both? Oh my god, I've made two. Okay. Don't know how the fuck I did that, but that's whatever. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go on my sketch. I'm not sure if anybody else does this. Where's the sketch? There she is. I'm gonna go on my sketch, and I'm not sure if anybody else does this. If you do, let me know, because that'd be kind of cool, I guess. But I just kind of erase it in sections so I can think. It kind of bugs the shit out of me to have it overlaid. I can't like concentrate. I can't stop looking at it until it is gone. I eventually just delete the whole layer, but I don't know why I do it like that. Anyways, okay. Paper for the book. Did I? Okay. I'm gonna do cross candles. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do candles anywhere else, so at least I'll know where they're at. Okay, a book. The book, if you may. Trying to kind of really, make it look like his arm's on this. Is my table too dark? Do I need a cloth on it? I think on the sketch I actually do have a cloth. A cloth there. Do I want to do red again? I don't know if I want to do red again. Does purple look too on? Let's see. Maybe not? Oh my god. We're drawing on the same fucking layer. God damn it. Wrong layer. Because then I could have some good drapey motions through here. Might look nice. Like, I used to love drawing fabric. Just haven't done it in so long. Okay. Let me see. Tablecloth. That there says the bibble. Okay. I'm gonna do a layer underneath it to draw the whole reason I did this is because I feel like I really need to put a hardcover underneath this, and I feel like I couldn't do that with the with the dark table. I felt like it would just eat it, Um, and then 10 points to whoever gets my Bible reference. Okay, I'm not using any kind of reference for this book. I'm sure that it will work. Why do I do this to myself? Okay. Zoomed in, I could definitely see it better. That is not the color that I fucking used. This one? Okay, there we go. Using the freaking candle color, I think. Don't know if anybody follows me on Blue Sky, but I go by the same name on Blue Sky. If anybody is curious, you can also check out some stuff there. It's not just YouTube related things. I share more my art, and I do daily updates and sketches and doodles and stuff of that nature over there. So if you're curious, or if you're trying to reach me for any particular reason, it's over there would be the place to do it. It's by the same name. I could probably link it. I should probably link it. Oh my god, I'm on the wrong freaking layer. Does that look weird? Did it look better before? Do not know. Just gonna keep winging it. Trying to make it look like the spine. Oh my god. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna... I don't know how many more sessions of drawing this one I have to do, but I'm telling you, like, the second it gets done, I'm doing a long video about vampire hunting kits. I don't know how long I'll yap about it. There's really no telling how long I'll yap about anything, but it will be here, and it will be grand. At least I think it will be. I feel like I need to put some kind of, like... What does the Bible look like? What does the Bible look like? I don't know. Let me look. Okay. Ooh, this is fancy. Say what? Hold on. Hold on. These got, obviously you guys can't see what I'm seeing, but they got these awesome little doodles. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful by calling them doodles. They got swirls, and it's like the stereotypical medieval tome kind of artwork where they have swirls and plants and stuff just along the edges of the paper, and I'm in love with that actually. So let us try. I've never drawn like this. Well, outside of doodles, I guess. You know, just like kind of I used to do this in high school around the edge of my page. I used to just kind of do these little marks. I'm going to kind of do the opposite of my reference here. They kind of have it jutting out, but I already started on the edge of my page, so I'm just going to jut it in. Because we're just taking some inspiration from this. That looks fun. Okay. Do that. I got some little bumps. I'll come through with some different colors here in a second. Because this is just fun. It's just so whimsical looking. Okay, and they also have some greens in here. I don't know if you can see this detail at all from the big, oh my god, zoomed out. Like, I don't know if in the end you'll be able to see all this detail, but I kind of don't care. Oh, that might be a bit bright. I want it bright, but not too bright. Let me make a swirl in here just because. Gosh, if anybody be interested in a video about that, please let me know. I might just make one anyway, regardless if anyone's interested or not. But of the of this, basically, of some medieval artwork as far as writing and stuff goes. I'm not an expert by any means on any of the subjects I'm going to be talking about, but I feel like it's just fun to look into. So, and that's what it's all about, to me at least. It's just, is it fun? Can we learn something? I might not know everything, but I know a little bit more than what I started out with, you know? Me and my partner will do this thing sometimes where we'll sit down and we'll be like, okay, what'd you learn today? And it's just kind of interesting. So sometimes throughout my day, somebody will say something about a certain type of tool or I don't know, an animal, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hang on to that because at the end of the day, that is going to be what I learned. I learned that penguins mate forever, but they can cheat. Crazy. Okay, so oh my gosh. All right. Do I actually want to write? Because I don't, obviously, this is a language I do not know. And I don't want to just be writing random crap. But I might just copy this passage that's big enough to see. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what's kind of cool is they got. Okay. I'm like learning so much just by looking at this. Like dissecting it is kind of fun. Okay, we got this thing that kind of looks like an L. I'll drag that down on you. There's this artist I follow. I will have to go find him. I think he may be on Instagram? Question mark. I do not know. I will have to go look. There's this guy, and he kind of draws a lot of really medieval looking stuff. I don't think he does pages like this, but it's, you know, of people, and I'm not sure if I might be making this up in my head because, you know, um human memory is often not good, but I feel like I've seen him do um character art for people's D&D characters. I'm not sure if he actually does that or if that was something where I was like, "Oh my god, that's such a good idea." Somebody should definitely be doing that. Um do not know. Also, if anybody can read this off of this very blurry picture, that would be so funny, but I don't think anybody speaks. I'm not even sure what language this is anymore, so I'm not going to sound like an idiot and make assumptions. Um, as I'm just taking it from something random on the internet. La 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 la. How's it look from a distance? That's what's important right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's looking alright. That's looking pretty cool. I like that. I feel like it could be warped a little bit this way. And that's just gonna kind of be one of those things that bothers me. Like I wrote at an angle a little bit. It's probably one of those things that like nobody else would literally ever notice. But I will notice. It looks like it says Frank or Faint? Famp? The Fampt? What's that? Okay. Okay. Dark green. And it's kind of interesting because I'm using two different pictures to kind of compile this. But there's actually, like, it peeks, it goes behind the art, which I find really interesting. Oh my god, what it literally is any these this is cool. This is cool. I have no idea what any of these are. These letters. But I'm just going. This kinda looks like an A with a sassy little leg. So we're just gonna do it. Just going to do it. Hopefully there's not some well hopefully you know what? No, I hope there is. I hope there is a history major or something that knows what I'm doing and is just like cringing at how bad it is so they can tell me, hey, buddy, this isn't it. Do not know. Do not know. But I would love to hear your insight on it. Now, there's this really cool thing. This is why I picked this page. Okay. There's this thing. No idea what this is. But I thought it looked really cool. It swoops like this, and then it's got like this thing that does like this, and then it kind of does like this. Don't know. It kind of looks like a capital letter now that I'm looking at it. And then there is. It takes so much space on the page, which I think is really cool. Their use of just space. It's not like, hey, we're not trying to be efficient in any way. I'm not saying that to be like nasty. Like I'm saying it in a good way, not facetiously. Is I really like how they they use the space on the page. It's not just. It doesn't remind me of like like a textbook or anything of that nature where they're just like, let's cram diagrams and information and everything, as much as information as we can into this one thing. It's like, no, this is gonna look magical because it's important, which I find cool. I don't know if they had something like this in the medieval time, but I was doing some reading because I fall into rabbit holes like you do, right? I fall into a rabbit hole of, I fell into a rabbit hole of old writing techniques from like Western times. And it was basically, instead of erasing, because they did not have anything to erase with, you like basically the paper was in layers, and you would, um if you made a mistake, you'd scrape it off because there was no like erasing. And I was just kind of thinking about that with this. I was like, how on earth were they making, I'm just gonna make shapes because this is literally just a blurry mess on my reference right here. I have no idea what it is. um I'm so zoomed in on it. I'm gonna try to make it look like letters. um Anyways, they but yeah, so I thought it was pretty cool that they would actually um had a way of removing it, because I would always think about that as a kid of like, what if you made a mistake, like how you're gonna restart this, like 2 foot long sheet of paper because you made a single mistake. Like I could never, and I would try to sit there and do my notes and everything, and I would feel so, I would feel, what's the word? Not unworthy. I'd feel like a dingus, I guess, because I'd be like, literally, people back in the day used to write this big behind thing. I'm just not concentrating well enough on what I'm doing. I'm not paying attention. I suck. Blah 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 blah. I need to move this down. Oh my god. Um, and now, you know, now I know. I'm like, so little Kaylee wasn't crazy. They really did just have their own little methods. Then I'm sure, honestly, truthfully, I'm sure they were paying a little more attention. Because I think it's kind of one of those things. Like, what was the guy's name? No idea. I'm just gonna keep talking. Anyways, he said that we would drive a lot safer if we didn't have safety features in the car. And if you put, basically, he's like, if you put a big metal spike pointing at somebody's chest right in the middle of the steering wheel, you would have significantly less accidents. So I kind of wondered that with this too. If, like, I have 8 sheets of paper, I I kind of can't mess this up right now. You know, and it makes sense to me. That makes sense. Of like, I I need to paying attention to what I'm doing, um, which I think. Sorry, I was like concentrating, which I think makes sense to me. That makes sense. That's probably what it was. That's what I'm gonna say it is. Um, I used to work with a guy in this manufacturing job, and he would write in. He liked the gothic kind of medieval fonts. Um, you thought me and him would have got along, but I think he thought I was odd, which is fine. He's allowed to have his opinion. Um, but yeah, I tried to hire him for some work. I was like, hey, do you wanna? He doesn't have to accept it, but I was like, hey, I really like your art, and I like your how you write and stuff, and I was wondering if you take commissions. And he had like no idea what I was talking about at all, and thought it was like the oddest thing that somebody would want to um buy something like that. And it wasn't even like a, I guess, kind of in the, like, his attitude wasn't positive about it. Like, oh my gosh, no, I never even thought someone would want to buy it. I'm not interested in taking commissions. But he was just like, talked to me like I was dumb, I guess. Like, no, why would I sell it? And I'm like, I don't know. Are you allergic to making money? I guess. Like, Jesus Christ, just tell me no. But he was like, he's like, commission? What are you talking about? It's like, yeah, like somebody gives you money in exchange for art. And he's just like, no, no. And I'm like, Okay. Okay. Whatever. You do you then, I guess. Be confused. Um, but yeah. So that's my story. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Um, I'm just rolling away with this. I hope it looks good. If I do something like this again, I'm going to actually study into it because I think it would be really cool. Um, I wish I could. I've tried learning some languages, and I'm sure that I'm just not giving myself enough. Basically, like I think, like I say, oh, I couldn't do it, but it's not so much that I couldn't do it. It's so much that I didn't probably give it the care that it could have, that it deserved. Of trying to learn something else. I feel like if I sat down, I could do it. But truthfully, what I would really like to learn. It'd be so cool to read something like this. But I think what would be best, honestly, is if I learned American Sign Language. I don't think that there's. At least I've had a couple of instances in my adult life, like at the DMV and stuff like that, kind of witnessing, a room full of people and this woman's trying to communicate and they wouldn't even give her a pen and paper or anything. And I'm not sure, I don't want to make assumptions, because not everybody has access to a telephone. But I've, met some people who um, are hard of hearing or are deaf or what have you, and they have phones with programs where they can kind of type or they can hear what you're saying. But I don't know her situation, but she kind of like had no way of communicating, and I felt really really bad. I was like, dang, I really did have the chance when I was younger to take a class and learn this, but I did not, and I wasn't like blaming myself, but I just felt bad. Like she left, and I was kind of like, they didn't even, I don't know, like I was like kind of perplexed by the whole situation because she was just mad and she couldn't communicate, and so she left, and everybody else was like, oh, whatever, her loss. And I was kind of like, y'all couldn't have given her pen and paper, like I don't really know what the hell's happening, and maybe there was something going on that I wasn't aware of, but um I would just like to know. We have a maintenance dude that comes into our job, and he's taught a few things. Some stuff I've picked up just from speaking with him and communicating with him and everything. And I would like to learn more. I think it's very useful, a useful skill to have. I'm just kind of rambling on about it now. Okay, I think I'm done with my paper here. I'm gonna save. That's what I'm gonna do. That, and I'm also going to go check the laundry. Oh my god. back. Hello. Okay. I think that looks good. Positionally, maybe it needs to be bent a little bit. You know what I mean? Like warped some. I feel like it's not going with the flow of the page. Something about the... Like it didn't look like it was actually on this piece of paper. Okay, I think that looks significantly better. Ooh, I'm excited. That looks so cool. I love it. I love it. Time to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, let's flip it. Let me find a new reference to kind of take some inspo off of. Well, these kind of got like a tower or something on this one. Okay, let's try that then. I want to do a little tower thing. And it's kind of just got all kinds of different colors and stuff on it. I like that. I like the different colors and different shapes. We're kind of winging it because I don't want to copy theirs verbatim. You know, it's like ancient text and stuff, but I do kind of just like a shape, I guess. I think that looks good. And then I'm going to do some blue here on the bottom. Maybe to kind of match the other side some. Might do that as a commission thing if I start actually kind of looking. If I really get into this type of drawing or anything, I think it would be really cool to do some commissions like that. I probably wouldn't have to charge too much for them either, because I mean, you know, realistically, if they're all kind of, you got like a base, you know what I mean? Like there's a base of what some stuff looks like and what some stuff doesn't. So I feel like the people and stuff could generally, how I put it, like, you know what I'm talking about, like the way many people used to draw cats and stuff like that. It's kind of like a little silly. It's not like photorealism or something. So I think I could get away with get away with kind of being like it being quick, I guess. I think I have the capacity to learn the art form and for it to be easy. Okay, this page over here is not gonna make as much sense as the other one did, if the other one made any sense at all. I wonder if like a symbol would be cool. You know, kind of like a circle, like almost like an alchemist kind of thing, maybe. Some kind of graph or something, or a star chart looking thing. Makes you kind of wonder what he's been reading about. I would be interested in what this guy would be reading about. I've kind of accidentally made it look like a star chart, like completely. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna do a T just because I like the way they look. Looks kind of like a cross. That can look like a cross enough for it to be kind of like why is this here? Okay. I think this is good. I keep reaching for my mouse and I had to unplug my mouse to do the receiver for my microphone. So I keep reaching for my mouse. I kind of just gently caress it and then put it back down because it's not working. I think that looks so cool. I love it. I love the book. Okay, cool. Cool. It looks all nice and magical and biblical and things of that sort. Okay. I would love to get. I see, like that's what I talked about. I was in the middle of doing all of this, blocking out, getting the base colors down, where everything's going to go, and I somehow ended up doing this. But it is okay. We are fine. It's all gonna be okay. Does this look like skull color enough? Maybe. I kind of wanted it to look like an inlaid shelf. I think maybe for that I should probably do a dark background in here, maybe. Hole. A hole in the bottom of the sea. Okay, turn it sideways. Because I don't care. It's like this. When it comes to straight across lines, they are so much harder than up and down lines. And I'm not going to torture myself with it. I just ain't going to do it. No, sir, I ain't. Okay. Then what else do I got there? I got like a jar. Okay. Let's see. Okay. What do I want to be in this jar? Something weird looking. Maybe like. Does it look like innards or gore? Or should I make it? Maybe it's not even gore. Maybe it's like a powder. It doesn't have to be gore. And then I'm going to add a dark brownish color for a cork up here, maybe, or like a lid of some sort. And then maybe that's too dramatic. Oh my god. Maybe like that. And then, okay, again, going into this without a reference. Should probably do a reference. I'm going to panic here in a second and do it. But right now it's fine. Okay, it's fine. Nobody panic. It's fine. Oh my god. Okay, nobody panic. Nobody panic. And then there is going to be some orange light from the candles, actually. So I wonder, should I do... Does that look like enough like glass? Maybe? I'm gonna wait and put off for right now. I'm just gonna keep going. Alright. Let's do a green book. Up here. You can kind of see through it. And then I want to do like a dark brown for the shelf. I should probably do this on an under layer. Because the shelf's probably going to be a lot darker than the material around it. So I'm just going to do that. And then I can kind of maybe drop the opacity down and add some mild shading back there behind some of these things. Okay, what a mess. Looks like a mess is what it looks like. Let's erase this. Do not need any of this up here any longer. Okay, let's zoom in on the skull. Look up a reference. I've drawn skulls before, but it just kind of makes it a little bit easier. I think I want this to look like a vampire skull. I think that would be kind of cool. Put up some teeth. Okay, let's fucking get up around it. Don't want to do just straight black. It'd probably look a little better if it was brown. Sculpt it out a little bit. I'm gonna do the eyedropper tool and grab this fucking color. And I'm gonna grab this color. And then oh my god. Okay. I think maybe question mark. Okay. I'm just gonna keep going. Just trust the process and just keep going. And maybe like orange tinge because of the candlelight reflecting on it. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, I think that look good. No, he looks a little silly. It's fine. It's fine. I think this glass needs work though. I need to like look something up. I was trying to avoid stupid freaking reference. What? Here we are. I'll do it. Okay. Okay. I don't really see. I think maybe my colors are just what's jacked up because I don't truthfully see much of what I did different in this jar that they didn't do in that they did in their jars. So I'm just gonna kind of work it a little bit more, I guess. And maybe I can use some dark green to kind of like make this stand out a little bit differently. Oh my god, this is way too dark. Oh my god, it's way too late. Oh, maybe fine. Maybe, maybe. And then, like I said, I want some of this reflection. It seems very like hard reflection, not very soft lines. I think I can just outline it maybe a little bit better. Okay, I think that looks significantly better. I think I just needed to work it a little bit. Maybe I have too much reflection is what's kind of looking like now. Oh my god, I just erased all the color on it. Oh, whatever. We're gonna fix it. Grab some of this green. Let's drop some. I think it might look better as normal blue than it would yellow. Maybe just like a little bit less yellow. And then kind of. Okay, I think that looks better. I think I might vote that that is good enough. Okay. Definitely save. Definitely save. How long have I been streaming? How can I tell that? Oh, I've been streaming for almost an hour. Okay. I think I'm gonna, since nobody's in the chat or anything, I'm gonna cut the stream. Might start again because I'm gonna upload these unedited, so I don't want it to be like too bad of a watch. It'll be a little easier to edit, I think, too, if I just break them up in increments like this. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'm going to just start up another one.